Right, no matter what you think or believe, long distance relationship is not the best form of relationship. Don't go away, I'll be right back to give details. Hello guys, and thanks again for joining on this very one. My name is Chris and this is my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you. And if this is your first time, why don't you go ahead and click on the subscribe button beneath and open every notifications so that you'll be notified each time we drop a new clip. On this channel, we talk more about relationship and marriages, and I believe that your health is linked with your relationship and your relationship is linked with your health. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about long distance relationship. Long distance relationship. To those who might find it a bit difficult to crack down, a relationship in the sense that the husband lives far A and the wife lives far B. That is a long distance relationship. They communicate most of the times via telephone, letters, emails, WhatsApp, and things like that. That's a long distance relationship, which is obviously different from when you and your wife lives together in the same property, in the same house, the same environment, and things like that with the kids. Right, a long distance relationship, obviously the wife is going to be the one taking responsibility over the kids. That means the kids are with her and the husband is somewhere far away, maybe thousands of kilometers. That's a long distance relationship. Right, certain factors are responsible for a long distance relationship. Apart from the fact that they decided, listen to me please, apart from the fact that the couple decided to live separately, apart from the fact that one of the parties, that is either the husband or the wife, derive joy or find it pleasing to live far away from his or her partner. Apart from that, long distance relationship is not the best form of relationship. It's not the best form of relationship. Now, into the factors that are responsible for the long distance relationship, which I believe, moves around work or migration. Maybe you are a graduate of a specific course or discipline or whatever, and you have searched for a job in that particular location where you are. Initially, you were living together as husband and wife with the kids with you, but you have searched for a job you couldn't find. Then the next thing that comes to your head is to migrate to the United States of America. Maybe you were living in Africa and you got a visa, you moved. How often do you think you can see your wife face to face? How often do you think you can see your husband? Maybe maximum you can do, if you are so rich, maybe you can see yourself once in 3 months. But in most cases that in the findings that I did, I know and I could gather that couples of in this particular category do not see themselves more than once in a year because of work. Now, let me put it to you that the same work that you were looking for in the United States, let's say you found the work, the next thing that should come to your mind is how to move your family over to you. If you migrated from Africa as a husband to the United States of America, your wives and children are still in Africa, the next thing you should do is to find every means possible to relocate them as well from Africa to the United States of America. I know it could be a little bit hard in a way, but then what you should do, if you cherish your relationship, if you cherish the togetherness of your wife and kids, the next thing that should come to your mind is how, no matter how hard it is, to move your family from where they are to you so that you can be living together again as husband and wife. But in a situation whereby that is the second factor I'm going to talk about now, which is migration. Because apart from work and migration, what other factor could be responsible for the reason why you have to live, live in a long distance relationship? Okay? Now, you want to talk about the fact that none of these factors, whether work or migration, is cogent enough to make you have a long distance relationship, or to make you live, or to make you continue to maintain or find yourself in a long distance relationship. Because all these two factors can be curbed. These two factors can be linked into. But we have a lot of men who will prefer to live alone wherever they are because of all of those things they want to do. So if you talk to them about bringing their family over to them, becomes a problem because they really do not want it that way. If you see a man that cherishes the togetherness of the wife and children, what comes to his mind is how to relocate the family, is how to bring his wife and his kid to meet him wherever he might be relocated to. But if you see a man that lives wherever he is without having the notion or having to bother to think about how to move his wife and kids to where he lives, then that means that particular man enjoys that long distance relationship. When you talk about trust, you might say, okay, I trust my wife, she cannot do this. I trust my husband, he cannot do this. What about external factors that could push your wife or that could push you as a husband to do things that could make you to jump out of fidelity, that could make you to be untrustworthy? We are human, we've got flesh, we've got blood running in our veins. Anything can happen. Yes, you trust your wife, you put her to a series of tests and things like that, yes. And I can tell you categorically that 70 to 80% of ladies can sustain it. But what is the percentage of men that can sustain that long distance relationship without having extramarital affairs, without having side chicks, without having ladies all around the place? What's the percentage of the men that can sustain that? So when you see a man who is not interested in bringing his family to live with him, is enjoying whatever he's doing where he's relocated to, is enjoying it. A lot of women have broken as a result of long distance relationship. And I've seen several videos on the YouTube that says they say 5 ways to maintain a long distance relationship, 6 ways to keep a long distance relationship. There are no ways for you to keep or to maintain a long distance relationship. One party will definitely be cheating on the other. There are no 2 ways about it. Whether you believe it or not, it's okay. This is my own opinion. And from the findings that I've done, that I've carried out, research that I've carried out, it shows categorically that one of the parties, if not the 2 of them, at least one of the party will cheat consistently on the other if they are in a long distance relationship. There are no 2 ways about it. And you can believe my men out there that even if they decide to go on holiday for 3 weeks, they will cut shows. They will cheat. They will have arranged the girls. They will have arranged the person they're going to cheat with even before they depart their current location, let alone living permanently away from their family. Let alone live permanently away from their families. So in a situation like that, you see men who enjoy the togetherness of their wives and children are aspiring, sweating every day and night to making sure that they relocate their wives and their children over to where they are. But the one that don't bother, they will say, don't worry, I like you here, I want you to remain in this place and continue to look after the project and this and that. It's all lies. Absolutely lies. So somebody told me that the only way to find out if your husband is cheating in that particular category is to just go to him unannounced. You are living in Africa, your husband is in the United States of America, you want to go unannounced. How are you going to go about that? Except if both of you are living in the same country, but different states, maybe a little bit far away from each other, then you can progress or you can embark on such unannounced impromptu journey in an attempt to catch him in an infidelity or catch her in an infidelity. It has happened before. But in a situation whereby you live thousands of kilometers apart, wives live in Africa, husband live in the United States of America or United Kingdom, how are you going to embark on an impromptu journey without a notice or without informing the husband that you are embarking on such journey with the kids? So this is quite important that for you to take note of that. There are no factors, whatever factor it is that is responsible for you to find yourself in a long distance relationship. Those factors could be worked on, or rather could be worked upon. To me, I have searched every nook and cranny and I see no reason whatsoever why a husband and a wife should have or should be in a long distance relationship. Kudos to those that are trying, but yet it's not working. Kudos to the men that are trying to relocate their wives and children over to them, but it's not working yet. Good, at least we know you are trying. But what about the men that are not even making effort at all whatsoever to relocate their wives and children over to them? What about those ones? So if you are making effort to do so, we give kudos to you. At least you are making effort. If anybody does not see, at least your conscience can bear you witness that you are making effort, but yet your effort is not, it's not working. You are living in the same house with your husband. He is still cheating on you. Let alone when he now relocates to a different country. Okay? So if you want to maintain and sustain your marriage or relationship, let me put it like marriage. If you want to maintain and sustain it, one of the ways is to continue to live together. At least when you live together, you can talk about mutual understanding. You can know yourselves the more. You can share things. You can love yourself. The love can grow. Intimacy can set in. Different kinds of things can be there. But those of you men living far away and you're not making an attempt to bring your wife over, it's like you're trying to push your wife out. Because there are lots of men out there who knows that you are not currently living with that woman. And they will continue to pester that woman until she succumbs to their proposal. Believe me or not, that is exactly what has made some married women to jump into extramarital affairs, because you push them out. You push them out because you are living somewhere else. 1 year you have not visited your family. You're only speaking to them on the phone, Zoom and WhatsApp calls and things like that. That exactly, it's not enough to make the woman want to not have extramarital affairs if she's being pushed beyond limits. So if you understand this particular clip, if you understand this video, right, you will understand, you will agree with me henceforth that living together pays better. As a matter of fact, it pays most. It pays most. Except if you don't care. If the woman wants to be having extramarital affairs, let her be having it. If my husband wants to be having extramarital affairs, let him be having. Except if you have that kind of thing in your mind and you cannot be bothered. All right, then that's fine. But if you are not, there are no factors that should be responsible for a long-distance relationship. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give us a thumbs up, like, and help us to share. It is most important that you help us to share. It's going to get to 1 or 2 persons at least. It's going to help them in their respective relationship. And thank you very much for joining me on this very one. And I will be seeing you again. Before I go, if you have anything contrary to what I've said, or if you've got anything you want to share, please kindly leave it in the comment section for me to see and for others to be able to see as well. And I'll be dropping on this one. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.